Thanos put a leash on this Avenger. Thanos was one of Alar's last children and father of the second eternal colony in Titan. The first time his mother saw him, she went mad and tried to kill him. We can guess this is where Thanos' traumatic mind started from. Ghost Rider Cosmic, Frank Castle, was sent from a multiverse to kill him, but since the penitence side didn't work with him, Ghost Rider took him and tried to convince Galactus to keep him and change the future. Ghost Rider bred Thanos as his own child and created a new temporal line in which Thanos becomes a dictator and murders the Guardians of the Galaxy when they try to stop Ghost Rider. Thanos took Frank to the future to show him his dictatorial mandate. When Frank is horrified by what he did by raising him, he kills the future Thanos and returns his baby version to the past to erase that temporal line. However, Death told Frank that Thanos' baby version still has the bloodlust that he inculcated in him during that temporal line. When Thanos grew up, he developed an unconditional love for his people and desperately sought to save Titan when the planet became threatened by the imminent catastrophic collapse of overpopulation. Coming up with his own solution, Thanos suggested killing half of the population of their planet entirely at random, freeing the rest from starvation. However, his idea was considered too drastic, an act of genocide, and was dismissed by his people, who exiled him from Titan for his suggestion. As a result of Titan's fall and the circumstances surrounding it, Thanos came to believe that the universe's vast swell of life was depleting its finite resources and would eventually destroy the universe itself. To save other planets from Titan's fate, Thanos used his abilities to amass resources and became a world conqueror, moving throughout the universe and destroying half of all life on the planets he conquered due to his ideology of balancing the universe. Seeking to build up his strength, Thanos collected orphans from some races that he conquered. Thanos' attention was captured by a young Zehoberry named Gamora, who was bravely pushing back against one of his Chitauri soldiers. Looking down at Gamora, Thanos asked what was wrong, and she demanded to know where her mother was, still looking at Thanos without any fear in her eyes. While Gamora was distracted, Thanos and Mor proceeded to massacre half of all the Zehoberey people, including Gamora's entire family. Even as Gamora changed from being devoted to him to hating him, Thanos' love for her never wavered, and he continually held on to his hope that she would inherit his throne. Doesn't this story sound familiar to you? You're right. This is Thanos' story, narrated in Infinity War. If you want to discover more about Thanos' story, I personally recommend Thanos Saga, in which we can see him fighting heroes like Captain America, Thor, or Iron Man. Thanos' Quest also explains Thanos' resurrection to fulfill his desire to erase half of the universe. But let's talk about why we're here, and that's Thanos from the Universe comics. In those comics, Marvel presents us a universe in which Thanos wins and Hulk turns into his pet. In Thanos number 15, when Thanos conquers the universe, he makes Hulk his attack dog and feeds him with Captain America among other superheroes. The comic is set thousands of years in the future when Thanos eventually wins, and the Mad Titan is now King Thanos and rules the cosmos. As he wished, he limited the universe to about a half a dozen living people: himself, Ghost Rider, new Thor who used to be Silver Surfer, and what's left of Hulk. The story starts sometime after his battle with Thane. Thanos travels to the Chitauri homeworld. Upon subjugating the planet, he's attacked and captured by the Rider. This Rider uses a piece of the fractured time stone to bring Thanos millions of years into the future, where he encounters a version greater than himself that's destroyed nearly all life in the universe. At first, Thanos believes it's some kind of trick, but is convinced once the future Thanos utters the name Dion, which Thanos' mother had planned to call him before she lost her mind. King Thanos reveals that he needs the help of his younger self to defeat the Fallen, the last being left in the universe, so that he can finally be reunited with death. Soon, the Fallen is revealed to be Silver Surfer, armed with the hordes of Annihilus and Thor's deceased Mjolnir, which the latter uses to quickly kill the Rider. The surfer is distracted by the Savage Hulk that Thanos kept chained in his basement, allowing the two Thanos to kill him using Surtur's Twilight Sword. Following the surfer's death, death arrives and Thanos leaves. He realizes the real reason King Thanos brought him to the future, so that King Thanos can finally die, reasoning that if he must die, it can only be at the hands of himself. At first, Thanos is more than happy to oblige his future counterpart's request, but he quickly stops, disappointed in how pathetic and submissive his older self has become. Resolving to never become as pathetic and complacent as King Thanos has become, Thanos uses the fragment of the Time Stone and the power cosmic left on Surfer's corpse to return to the present day. As the future begins to unravel around him, King Thanos realizes that his younger self has taken the necessary steps to ensure this timeline never comes to pass. As he fades into nothingness, King Thanos asks Death what the younger self did to him, to which she simply replies, he won. In this story, we can see Hulk, old and grey, living in a dark pit filled with the bones of his food and former friends, and feel saddened. Having the off-kilter Ghost Rider delivering the news of Steve Rogers' meal makes it all seem like the fever dream it's been playing at so far. It's a real cheap shot to deliver this story around the same time that Marvel confirms the Hulk is immortal, which means he couldn't be killed by Thanos, but couldn't be freed from his tyranny either. It's still unclear if Bruce healed from the earlier battles, in which Thanos eviscerated the Avengers and reduced Hulk's head to a skull, or if that was Hulk's awesome final moments. It's hard to believe that we've truly seen the last of Hulk in this story, even if the two Thanos will have their hands full with the Silver Surfer turned Thor. Bruce Banner may get his revenge and prove that, leashed or not, he is and will always be a good boy. We can't judge him for what Thanos obligated him to do in order to survive. Could you imagine a universe in which Thanos would actually win? Imagine what would happen with our favorite heroes. What do you think would be their destiny in that universe? Let us know below in the comments.